Episode 23, day 23. We are in a bloodbath in the markets, both crypto and regular. It has been absolutely terrible time to feel like everything's going to be good in the future. On the other hand, it is the best time to buy the dip, or as some people say, BTFD, buy the F dip. And that's what we should be doing if we're seasoned investors and serious about it, and we know that that's what we want to keep doing. And so here we are, buying the dip, buying more, well, I can't say the stocks, but I can definitely say more Bitcoin, more Solana, more XRP. That's all we can do. Bye. Because it'll pop back up. And it will be back. Alright, I was getting pretty tired last night. We got a lot of side quests done. I think it's about time to move, to a main quest. Let's do this one, and then we'll move to Sebastian next. Kind of just do it in level order.
Just when I think I've learned how to get around the castle, a staircase is
Here we go. R.I.P.
Hello there. Hello, R.I.P. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook? I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade? It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help? Of course. How exciting. Might this be dangerous? I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's. Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better. Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go? Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
I forgot about some of the underwater caves.
Revelio. Depulso. Flipendo. Glacius. Accio.
I love like just the little caves and stuff. They did such a good job on the detail.
Revelio. These rocks have seen better days. Revelio. Confringo. Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned. Revelio. Shame I didn't have an audience for that one. I know a Merlin trial when I see one. That's that. Settled.
Nice.
Revelio.
I had a
This could prove
feeling.
dangerous if I'm not careful. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso.
Ugh. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't know if we ever would have gotten it back up.
Revelio.
Man, my eyeballs tonight. Killing me. I don't think they make any of the hats actually look really cool at all. Except for maybe that one. But all the other ones are like kind of girly. Like none of the sorcerer hats look good on a dude. Yep. Here Diana's cap is like pretty much the only one.
friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door, or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship.
Good for you.
Excellent advice.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't
Accio.
believe real goblin mine. I've read about minds like this. Seeing one is something else altogether.
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Watch your step round here.
Petrificus totalis.
Who's there? Matter of time till Ranrock sets things right. Such arrogance.
That was a little more than...
Being watched. I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Clever.
Arrest them. Bombard. Flipendo. Accio. Revelio.
I don't know if I'm not quite figuring out what to do with that.
Confringo.
Oh, there we go.
Accio. Depulso.
Not too shabby, not too shabby. That's a pretty cool little puzzle. I have to try to figure out.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
That's so mean.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Okay, before we go that way, let's go back. Make sure we're crossing everything off the list. Making sure that we're getting everything, like going up here first and seeing.
Petrificus totalis.
Someone over here. What you doing?
Flipendo. Protego. Stupefy.
I'll be quiet.
What? 'Cause 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 'c Revelio.
Okay, this takes us back to this main room, so we just want to keep moving on through here. And when we get to about right here,
Wouldn't mind a plum job at Gringotts. Suit me. Fine.
Someone out there?
Little moon calf.
Places.
Rather unwelcome.
Accio. Descendo.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Revelio.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Incendio. Accio. Revelio. Depulso.
nice, very cool. I have not spent a whole lot of time in my room of requirement and decorating and such. I've really just been trying to get to getting the Avada Kedavra spell. And, like, that's it. Oh, okay, so this is where we gotta go. Let's make sure we've explored everything over on this side first. We didn't go in
Revelio.
this vaulted room right here. Looks like there's something there. Can we... I don't know if we can get through there or not. Maybe we're going around that way. This right here.
Accio.
What am I doing here? This control is worthless. glance off of me. Ah, I won't rest. Dead. I will make you pay.
Potato! Stupefied.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Incendio. Accio.
Nice. Big old elevator.
Revelio.
More plans, more plans. What do we got on meat?
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
I don't think we're gonna just get out of here either without some kind of showdown. Don't you think?
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Accio. Revelio.
Oh, let's see if we can pick this lock.
Aloha Mora.
Looks like it's a treasure trove up in there.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
It was easy. We got out of there without a fight.
Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who'd set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Confringo. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me. Revelio.
Nothing over here?
Revelio.
Wow, it's all the way over there.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Descendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Glacius. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Protego. Leviosa. Confringo. Crucio. Imperio. Defendus. Bombarda. Arresto Momentum. Protego. Accio. Descendo. Bombarda. Arresto Momentum. Defender. Imperio. Crucio.
Why that one?
Confrontego. Confringo. Debolso. Crucio. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
There was so many Dugbogs. That was insane, the amount of Dugbogs that were there. Guess that's what that means. Like Dugbogged in or something.
Revelio.
task successfully if you don't first see it happen in your own mind.
Oh, I'm working.
Revelio.
There's like so many people right here.
Who would have thought that butterflies of all things would
Oh,
lead
that's
someone
right.
to treasure?
Been here, done that. Alright, what am I doing wasting all of this time? Let's go to Hogsmeade real quick. Hit up old Penny. Sell some of my extra stuff. Go to the room of requirement.
It is wonderful to see you back here.
Oh, good thing I didn't sell that.
Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
Alright, now let's go find Sebastian.
Wonder who lives here. Revelio. Aloha Mora.
That's actually some really like good lore in a way, like lots of fun. The thistle and the badge. Oh, my bluebells died. Done with gardening.
Revelio. Depulso.
Oh, it's right here. My bad.
Revelio. Revelio.
Well, there's like some treasure chests to get, but
I thought my owl might pique your interest. I came as soon as I could. I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost
Catacomb?
forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it. That's incredible. You know this area well. And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists. Do you think there's a connection to the triptych? I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this? We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies. Very well. And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again. After you. Accio. There they are up ahead. I'll let you lead.
It won't be long now before we find another repository.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
What was that?
Something that time.
Expelling
Why is it you are?
Protego! Stupefy!
Descender. No! Still
Stupefy! Revelio.
ugh, why didn't anyone want to wear a poacher coat?
Revelio.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
Could do with a nice mushroom stew about now.
Petrificus totalis.
You won't get away with it.
Let's get
Flipendo,
this.
Potato. There, the pulsar.
Rather unwise coming.
Fringo.
You won't get away with that. Oh, goodness.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Revelio.
Wild boy. Mad lad. He's an absolute mad lad.
I should tell you. Long ago due to the infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen.
Okay.
That's the spirit.
Let's do it. Those spiders are gonna scare me.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Someone's here. No! Oh, I will make you.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported.
Incendio.
I see why.
Confringo. I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
There you are.
I won't rest.
Crucial.
Oh no, it's not time to go blue. I was trying to go
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Revelio.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Yep. Don't worry, homeboy, we got this.
Incendio. Revelio.
Looks like we're going down real deep.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or
The
venomous
soulless
fangs,
eyes.
or any number of endearing qualities, really.
The soulless eyes.
Smashing. Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Reparo. Incendio.
Alrighty then. See, I knew it.
Incendio.
There's a bonfire. Bonfire. I wonder if this is like a little Dark Souls tip of the hat, you know?
Revelio.
You okay over there, Sebastian?
Incendio. Incendio. Revelio.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists all but declared war.
Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio.
Still don't see a single rune.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
How nice of you to stop by. Seen anything like that before? I want...
just yet. Accio. Depulso. Crucial. Confringo. Imperio. Defender. Accio.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
From a brave Accio, certainly a lot to learn.
I love this is good back and forth right there. Not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
Incendio.
Now,
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
we can have a look around in peace.
Incendio.
A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Arresto Momentum.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more.
Revelio. Confringo.
Wasn't expecting that. What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora. Sebastian,
Hopefully it
I
will
think I
help us
found
unravel
something.
more of this
A
mystery.
canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Glacius! Bombarda! Revelio. If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here. And now for the moments of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
I hope Professor
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spint Witches as soon as you can.
Literally could go up and start some tea, water, while I wait for everyone here to eat their food.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
What's up, Diego? How are you, sir? Amigo, que tal? Bien, bien. Muchas gracias por DJ a mí en español. Es necesito para mi práctico mi español. What, in English? No, es, en español es bien. Por favor. Right now, just decorating, it looks like. Nothing. Nada importante. I need to go do my quest. I'm trying to get to the Avada Kedavra spell. That's what I need to get to. What about you? What are you up to this beautiful evening? I feel like the heads are kind of creepy. You've got homework? Okay. Hasta luego, amigo. Buena suerte en tu tarea. Con tu tarea. Buena suerte con tu tarea. ¿Cómo se dice chévere en inglés? Y también es un placer conocerte. ¿Qué es la palabra en inglés? Moving staircases do not excuse tardiness. That's pretty funny. Okay. Just want to make sure that I'm on the right path. I wish there's like a control F on here. That would be awesome. It looks like I haven't quite gotten to In the Shadow of the Relic. Okay. Hit up IGN. Oh, I don't even have In the Shadow of Hope done. So let me trace that back. In the Shadow of Distance. Okay. I don't have that. In the Shadow of Time. Doesn't look like I have that one. In the Shadow of Discovery. Okay. Okay, In the Shadow of Discovery. In the Shadow of Time. In the Shadow of Distance. In the Shadow of Hope. Oh, let me see In the Shadow of the Mind. Did I mess up this whole thing to get Avada Kedavra? Oh man, am I gonna have to go back and like spend the last hour and a half that I did? The Shadow of Hope. Not there yet. In the shadow of distance. Okay, so I got apparently a few more. Okay, so in the shadow of distance. Next is in the shadow of hope. Okay, so we're getting closer. Getting closer. Alright, let's just go purchase our room upgrade. It's gonna super help.
What are you up to now?
My mother used to say I was lazy.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours. However, if you're flying high above them...
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon.
I'm in House Ravenclaw.
I look forward to our next meeting.
Perhaps I could test out my new upgrade on the way.
What about you? What faction
It is
are
wonderful
you?
to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
The secret is to the heart.
Ba-da-dum. All right, let's see. Go check this one out. Oh, all right.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
My advice when dealing with
Revelio. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Daddy's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
Hey, what's up? Dragon? How's it going? Hope you're doing okay, man. Hope your brother's doing okay. I know last time you were on, you had said something about your bro. So I hope he's okay.
Accio! Revelio! Accio! A hidden door. Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Using that girl as bait.
Just keep an eye out.
Was it upper or lower Hogsfield that we raided last week? What?
When you have a cloak like that, you...
Someone messing about?
I'd take.
How did I get mixed up in this? Doing Rookwood's work?
You little coward!
Expulsion!
Expelliarmus.
Where did you go, coward?
Accio. Descender. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Defender.
Expulsion!
Arresto momentum. Revelio.
Dulcibella.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Hey!
Revelio. Revelio.
Hey! We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives.
Confringo.
What have you done? Expelliarmus.
Expulso. Accio. Protego. Descender.
You're close to surrender at last.
Confringo.
Do that again, and I'll squash you all.
Petrificus totalis.
Oh, game's a little glitchy right now, isn't it?
Revelio. Also Tipple's
Rosie.
love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Natty must be here somewhere. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Mr. Rape, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rape, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco R.I.P told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. R.I.P all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. R.I.P to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Revelio.
Oh, it's a wolf. I was like, probably a spider, but I can handle a dark mongrel.
I know what that means. Merlin trial. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Look at like the sun's exposure on their shoulders, like the detail.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Find you how?
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone.
Clefairy,
What do moonstones have to do with
Clefairy.
Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Knowing Amit, he's likely studied here. Revelio.
Poaching there, Cragcroft.
Been a while since I killed a unicorn.
Confringo.
Crucio.
Stop spinning around like a...
Descendo.
Reducto.
Protego.
Did I hurt you?
Expelliarmus.
That's just pitiful.
Oh, is it?
Stupefy. Defender. Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Debolso. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos.
So close. Confringo!
Revelio.
He had all their teaching in... Done. Confringo! Confringo!
No! Reducto.
Come down. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Revelio. Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Protego! Incendio!
Reducto.
Taste of
Confringo!
Protego. Reducto.
For all the creatures you dare kill!
Regret trespassing. No.
Descendo.
You may want to move.
Incendio. Glacier.
Are you always this awful?
Protego.
Nothing more luck.
Flipendo.
What have you done? You'll have to fight eventually.
Levioso. Get back here or I'll have you stewed like a lamb.
Flipendo.
Levioso.
Glaciers.
You are the talk of the school since your savings.
Levioso.
We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Revelio. Incendio. Glacius. Incendio. Revelio.
There are like so many treasure chests out here.
Aloha Mora.
I shall get that goblin helm back, hopefully from your corpse.
Incendio.
Oh, what's the light go out of your eye?
Stupefy. Glacius. Defender. Imperial.
One of my own. You will fuck.
Tiger!
Oh, nice.
Revelio.
That one's a good one to have.
Defender. Bombarda. Incendio. Depulso. Revelio.
Okay.
Depulso. Revelio. Depulso. Levioso.
Oh, that was worth it.
Confringo.
Alright, we'll go do this one and then probably call it a night before we continue with the main story. Do 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 do. Christmas time.
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry, as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming.
Oh.
She misses him.
That is sad.
As do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way.
But I guess I can't see
But that does not
everything.
mean that she likes it.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Okay. Alright, y'all. I think that is it. We should call it a night on that one. Getting pretty sleepy. Pretty much all that's left is to start this. Yeah, and it looks like we're getting closer to being able to learn Avada Kedavra. So let's just go ahead and get this one started. Maybe we can power through it.
Welcome back.
Nah, we're gonna save and get out of here. Thanks for joining up with us tonight, and we'll see